Tony Marshall, he came from France. English press said he had no chance. 50 million down the drain. Tony Marshall scores again. See, if you don't know, I have a lot of football stuff, my old football stuff from college and secondary school. But anyway, what's good, guys? Preston back here again, and I'm gonna give you another another review for BorutO episode 4. It should be. This episode was just your typical your boys versus girl episode. You know, it starts off with Konoha Hamaru demonstrating a summoning jutsu. He summons a frog. I think he learnt that from Naruto, as he did with the Rasengan as well. He did it so when the kids saw that, they immediately thought that they could do it, as all kids think that at that age. Well, the kids think that they can also do the summoning jutsu, but they really can't, because there's more into that, where they have to have like a signature or like a contract written with the blood, so they can actually summon the animal from the different dimension that the animal is living in. And plus, they were actually like going off like, oh yeah, I can summon like spiders, or even like frogs, or some gorillas. But yeah, it takes a lot more than that, which they don't understand, and you can see how naive they are, and which is the thing as well with kids, that they get excited really quick, and they don't pay attention to the small things. His daughter, like, I think she thinks like she's like one of those kids who just like knows, who think they know everything, and they think that they're more mature than everyone in their class. Like, yeah, you guys are so childish and stuff like that. When she's also a kid as well, she tries to act mature and independent, which for me, I think it's just like a typical kid as well. No, she acts like she's like 20 years old, but she's like 10 years old. She also eats like her dad as well, so she would have like 20 or 20 or like 50 like hot dogs, like exactly how her dad was. She would just be eating as well some like potato chips. You know, she's always got food in her hand, basically, in most of her scenes, unless she's doing something else. So she wants them to summon some like some small stuff like kunai swords and some shurikens, but BorutO turns around to the other class members. They're like, nah, I think we should summon some animals first. They never listen to Shino. Like in every other episode, they just never listen to him. They just do exactly the opposite thing to what he's telling them as their teacher, and they just go like, yeah, man, yeah, whatever. But the girls actually turn around and say that no, we are not taking part in this. Well, they never take part in anything of what the boys do. They just like seem to get they seem to get dragged along with what the boys are up to. So if they're up to no good, the girls actually just get dragged into it for some reason, because they'll be lingering about like closely around that area. They're complaining that if you guys fuck up, we have to clean up after everything for what you guys do, and we also get in trouble for it as well. So this causes like a little scuffle between the boys and the girls, and Shino actually creates like a crash course for them in their school. But I don't know why Shino actually went off with this. Like, he used it in an analogy of a bun and a sausage. Like, the bun cannot live without the sausage, or something like that. I'm not really too sure what he's trying to get at with, but I think he's trying to say that competition is good in like the classes, for them to like mature as better ninjas for the future. Yeah, I agree with that. I'm a very competitive person, whether in football, in jiu-jitsu, even when I'm at work, in like being a bartender. I just want to be the best at everything. I cannot stand being like in second place. So I actually understand where it comes from as well, like where Shino's coming from with that. Plus it also builds a very good mental strength, and sure to as well, and to keep on learning new stuff as well. So yeah, a good friendly rivalry is good, and being competitive is very good as well. But Shino and Konoha Hamaru, they were trying to compare Shino's generation with this generation of Boruto's class. I don't think it's a good a good comparison as well, by the competitiveness of them, because in Shino's generation there was Naruto, Sasuke, Neji, Rock Lee, even the girls were competitive as well, like is it there was Sakura as well. They were trying to be stronger than one another for the wrong reasons. They were trying to get Sasuke's attention rather than trying to be a good ninja. So that was a bit of like a competitiveness that veered off for something else, but they became good ninjas because of that. Yeah, during the crash course, Boruto he finds a scroll that he picked up from like a scroll room in their school, and he uses the summoning jutsu, and he summons some sort of like snake, and there's some kind of like creature or like a demon inside this like inside like this portal, inside like this portal part. I don't know if that's a future villain for a future arc in the Boruto series. I hope it is. I hope that they can discover what it is. So at the end of it as well, we see a little bit of Mitsuki. He does not say anything. He just stood there just watching the class, and he gets introduced in next week's episode, episode 5. So I can't wait to see him and see what's they do with him. They said the tower says he's a transfer student, so I cannot wait to see what it is. This episode was a decent episode. It was okay, on but there was that part where I don't understand what that bit was, where he was talking about the bun and the sausage being good for competition. It's a it's a pretty crappy analogy for using that as an analogy. I don't know what to say about that. I'm still thinking about it in my mind, like, what the fuck was it? Anyway, guys, tell me your thoughts in the comments below. Like my channel, subscribe, like my videos, share it with your friends. Thank you very much. Support your boy. Peace. Tony Marshall scores again.